And welcome to this collective and timeless reading. This is Eastar Tarot, and today we're going to be doing a reading to see what's going to happen for us in November. What's our November looking like? I think this is November 1st, I believe. So yeah, month is changing over. October is over. Let's see what the month of November has to offer us. Yeah, and I also brought in a piece of lepidolite as well. Kind of hard to see there. There we go. It's got nice patterns of brown and purple in it. Very nice crystal. With our bird totem as well, giving us guidance and wisdom. Lepidolite's a very organizing crystal, helping us keep in check, keep ourselves organized and clear in our goals. So maybe something is going to happen with that. Maybe we're going to get a little more on top of our goals these days. Oh, Wisteria. Okay, got the number 4 there. I always think of angels with this card, and I don't know if it's just the number 4, but like the way the Wisteria drapes down just feels like kind of angels hanging over your head, like watching over you. I don't know, there's just something about it. It's like the angel card in that deck. There we go. Oh, Holly, but it was reversed, so I'm going to take it as a reverse Holly. Because Holly has to do with decisions and timing. And when I see it upside down, it makes me think like time's up. I want to get at least... I'm hearing 2 more cards, so I guess I'm going to get 2 more cards here. Yeah, this one and this one. Okay. That's it. So we've got... I never know how to say it. Datura or Datura? I should look that up. But yeah, got the hands connecting. It's like connecting your lower self and your higher self. And what have we got here? Pimpernel. Pimpernel is always about all can't talk. It's about trusting the timing of things, I believe. Yeah. So maybe you're going to have some connection with new spiritual ability, new spiritual awareness. Yeah, heightened frequency, which is going to give you some new abilities, like heightened intuition. You're going to start seeing things that are going to be really confirming for you. Like really, like mysterious things are going to happen that you're going to be like, did that really just happen? And it's going to kind of confirm for you that, you know, like magic is real, or like spirits are real. I don't know, something like that. I'm just going to take a look at the Holly one because I don't know the reverse of it. Yeah. Yeah, Holly's all about things can be really overwhelming, so we need to sit back and check in with our body and make sure that we are balancing ourselves, becoming more self-aware. If this is about self-awareness, you know, and, you know, I think of angels and guardianship with this, and then we have the hands connecting and divine timing with the Pimpernel. I think it's just calling you to be really aware of the signs around you. Taking the signs from nature, like take a walk in nature, or maybe meditate a little more, because I think you're going to be seeing things that are going to be really affirming and validating to your choices. Yeah. Let's see here. Anything else? Yeah. Holly represents balance and recentering. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I said meditate and take a walk, and then I'm reading in here it says you should meditate and take a walk. So yeah, definitely do that. Have a bath as well, it mentions. Epsom salt baths are really great for cleansing. So if you're feeling overwhelmed, especially, that can be great. I love putting lavender, like a lavender essential oil in an Epsom salt bath. That can knock you right out if you're having a stressful day. That can be such a good remedy. But also, it's really great for just making sure you're relaxed. I think you need to relax a little more. Yeah, take the time for yourself. I think you deserve it. I think you've done a lot lately, hit a lot of milestones, done a lot of things that were really tough, and you just need to take the time for yourself. Yeah. And Wisteria calls us to rely on others, and I think that's why I think of the angels, because your angels are always at your back, trying to guide you and trying to help you, and they only need you to ask for their help for them to help you. So maybe you're going to start asking more. Maybe you're going to start praying and asking for help, or just asking for signs even, and you're going to have like something received. Yeah, you're going to feel the connection, and you're going to be like, wow, I didn't know this was real, but it is. Yeah, that's really good. Like, you're stepping it up. You're stepping up your ability to connect with the divine, connect with spirit, connect with your own spiritual self, your own higher frequency, your higher self. Yeah. Mm. Also helps locate things that have been lost. So, this could have to do with, if you've lost your connection with spirit, maybe you don't feel as connected with things that are higher or spiritual. Maybe you don't feel connected with the spiritual side of yourself. But maybe you're going to refine that in November. Maybe that month is all going to be about looking inward in a new way. Ooh, got that haunting train horn, so that feels like confirmation. Yeah, take a step back with this card as well. So, two cards about taking a step back to reevaluate. Then the train horn got really loud. So definitely, yeah. We can't connect to the spirit within unless we like our soul within us. We can't connect with it unless we're quiet, unless we take the time, unless we take a step back from our busy lives and we actually try to connect. And maybe that's really sinking in for you right now. You're like, I have to make time for this, and you're going to do it. Yeah, time. Yeah, because I think you're going to get some confirmations, big confirmations now about being on the right path, about trusting in your guides, trusting in your ancestors that are with you, helping you, trying to put you on the right path. And ancestors could be like a recently passed on loved one, is right? Like, they often linger around to make sure that we're okay. So maybe someone's around you that passed recently that really wants to help you out, and you're going to feel really connected with them. Maybe they're going to send you a bird or an animal that's really significant, or you're going to see a literal sign somewhere that's going to be a signal to you that they're looking out for you. Yeah. Yeah, and with pimpernel, they talk about watching the weather, because pimpernel as a flower was called the shepherd's weather glass, because they would watch the pimpernel, and the pimpernel, depending on what it would do, like closing up or opening up, would tell them what kind of weather was coming. So watch for signs in nature big time, because I think you're going to see some signs there that are going to be really confirming to you in a really significant way, maybe in a very emotional way that you don't want to miss. And and there's the compass in there too. So sometimes there's a sign that maybe you're feeling uncertain about what direction you're going in, but if you watch for the signs, you'll make the right decision. You got to trust your ability to spot the signs as well. Not doubt yourself and be like, oh, maybe that was just, a coincidence. No, it wasn't. It happened for a reason. Like, this universe is mysterious, and everything is kind of like a weird computer. I know it sounds odd to say, but like, like a simulation or something, and things are happening in certain ways for a reason. It's almost like a video game or something. And nothing happens without a reason, you know? When we see an animal and it's at this significant moment and it means a certain thing to us, that's for a reason. It happens for a reason. Yeah. So don't doubt yourself. There's definitely something to that. New signs coming in. Yeah. I think it's going to put you on a path that is right for you, and you're not going to doubt it. Got 2 cards here. Wow, the world. Okay. Yeah, the world is calling to you. It's talking to you. You're going to see that now. Watch the world. Like watch what's happening out in the world. This is such a positive card too. Like the world is yours, you know? You're going to see that you have a role to play in the world, but also that the world is working for you, not against you. And Luna Lapin, it's the dark version of this, the crescent moon. And it's so funny because there's a card like this all in color. It's still nighttime with the moon, but the moon is full and it's all in color. But this one, it's like inversed. It's all black and white. So it's like the rabbit is seeing a different world. It's in a different dimension, right? And you're seeing the shadow world, but like not in a scary way, in a cool way. Like, oh, I see the spirits. Oh, I see, when I'm thinking of Neo in The Matrix when he's like, I see the, what does he say? I see everything? Does he say I see everything? But he looks and he sees all the numbers and how everything works. And then that's how he's able to take control and be empowered to fight off I haven't watched that movie in a long time, actually, so I'm scrambling here. But I know there's a part in the movie where he's like, there's like 3 guys standing him down and they're about to fight him. And this is when he does all those like slow-mo moves that movie is so known for, where he like jumps and he freezes. And then it does that pan around with the camera and then he hits them. So iconic. But yeah, so he has that moment where he sees all the numbers. He sees that everything's digital. And we were just talking about things being a video game, being a simulation, and now we're talking about the Matrix. But that's kind of what this card is showing. Like you're seeing how the world works in a new light. You're seeing the other side. You're seeing how it works and being like, oh, okay. And when you see this side of the world, everything unlocks for you because you're suddenly in the flow. You realize, oh, wow, manifestation's real. Oh, my thoughts are creating my reality. Oh, I can take control of that. I can make anything happen that I want to happen as long as I go with it in the correct way. Like, as long as I follow the signs. What does he say in that movie? Follow the white rabbit. Yeah, that's what Neo does, and because he has a moment before all that happens, he is just curious, right? He's just following that lady with the white rabbit tattoo. He doesn't know what's ahead of him. He doesn't know where he's going, but he follows it because something tells him to do it. And that's the phase that you are at. You're kind of getting curious. You're like seeing some signs and being like, do I follow that sign? And I say, yeah, follow it. Yeah, works through your pentacles. You're working together with the universe. You're seeing how it works. And these could even just like be your guides working with you as well to put you through the portal. Because when we see the world in this way, when we're able to reach that frequency that we can interact with the universe in this way, it's like we're stepping through a portal into a new dimension. But we need help to do that. We need our guides to guide us into that frequency sometimes, they are helping us even if we don't see it. Oh, I got 2 here. 3 here. Whoa. Okay, well, is this too many? Okay, they said too many. Okay, they said put back justice. Put back rest. So it's just Knight of Cups. Okay. Like, what am I doing here, Spirit? Okay. Yeah, Knight of Cups. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. So Knight of Cups, you are, you know, the knights always take action, you know, it's forward momentum. And the Knight of Cups is like, he's always kind of walking, they all have a different speed to them. The Knight of Swords is always leaping into action. He's going really fast. He's like sweeping like the wind into, and almost going too fast. The Knight of Wands is jumping up passionately and with vigor. The Knight of Pentacles is standing still. And they all represent a different mode of action, like a different way to approach something new. And the Knight of Cups, he's always just walking at a gentle pace, but he's moving forward regardless. Not in this deck, but, you know, in the original Rider-Waite. And I just see that as, you know, you're being brought something. You're being brought a new awareness. And it's your heart frequencies that are opening up, that are allowing you this. It's not something that's going to be this rush thing. It's not going to happen. It's going to happen in a pace that you can handle. Am I getting this right? Sometimes I'm kind of like, does this sound right? It's your heart. Your heart's going at its own pace. Yeah, you're listening to your heart, and that's putting you at the right pace to be in line with the universe. Because before you were rushing like the knight, or you were standing too still, like the, not that the knights are wrong or right or wrong. It's just that you were at all these imbalanced paces with the universe, but now you're just at the right one. You're at the Goldilocks zone, so to speak. Yeah, you're following your heart. And that's with Pimpernel, watching the signs. So you're seeing the signs because you're listening to your heart, and you're not dismissing things, but you're not you know, you're not jumping on every little thing. You're kind of you're being intuitive. You're really taking things in with the world. And everything's happening at the right pace at the right time, because you have, you know, divine protection. You have divine assistance. Yeah. Which you can call to Patch Tarot. So I guess we're going to get more tarot cards. Yeah. Let's see here. Patch Tarot. What do we got? Just put out the cards gently, gently. The Hierophant. Spirituality. Yes, you are tuning into your own spiritual frequencies. Look, you got like Ascended Master behind you. You have your own higher self. And see how she's holding the flashlight up to herself and illuminating her higher self behind her. Yeah, and there's a book in front of her. Maybe you're reading more about spirituality, spiritual knowledge, and you're really taking it in. You're really, and it doesn't have to be a book. It could just be, you know, knowledge in a form. It could be videos, could be audio recordings, but things that are, you know, delivering you spiritual knowledge in a way that makes sense to you. And that's leading you to see things in a new light. And when you see things in a new light, suddenly the whole universe is transforming around you. Yeah. You're seeing how it all works. And you're learning to tap into it to your advantage. Learning how to manifest. Learning that, you know, if I believe that something's gonna, like, such a random example, but I wanted a lamp for a while, and I just kept thinking about, well, I want this lamp. But not like I want. It's like, I'm going to find the right lamp. Is how you think about it. It's like the right lamp is coming to me. And then it did. There we go. Yeah, sorrow. 3 of Swords. Maybe because you are tapping into sorrow. Like you're tapping into the shadow of life. You're seeing... You're not running away from it. That's what's going on. Yeah, you're not running away from your own pain. And because of that, that's what breaks us open, right? The wound is where the light gets in. And sometimes when we go through our worst periods in life, that's when we have the biggest breakthroughs. And it might be because you've gone through such a hard, like a bad heartbreak, that you have actually cracked open and come onto a new side of yourself, awakened to a new side of yourself that can see these things. Yeah. Sometimes our greatest pains become our greatest strengths. And you have unlocked something. Oh, no more of these? Okay. But we are going to get more cards here. Moonology. All right. Yeah, it's good to listen. Listen to what they're saying. And sometimes that's just a voice telling your own intuition, telling you what's to do. You know? Let it guide you. You know? And it's hard because we get a lot of voices in our head telling us what we should do. Like, this is the right place, this is the right thing. But sometimes it's fear-based, right? It's so funny. I was thinking 2 of the other cards and they said no. Now I got 2 of these cards. Meditate and contemplate. Pisces. Pisces is the sign of spirituality and secrets. I don't know if you've ever met a Pisces, but they're often very spiritual people. So, you know, it's calling you to meditate. Be like a Pisces. Meditate on your spirituality. Meditation will bring you to that place. If nothing else, it will calm you down. But I think it also helps you tune into listening to your inner voice, listening to the voices of your guides. You know, it's difficult but because we have so many clustered thoughts in our head that get in the way. I do it all the time. I'm trying to listen and then I go off on a tangent thinking about something else and I'm like, whoops, I was supposed to be listening. So, you know, it's not easy for anybody. And then we got North Node, step out of your comfort zone. Yeah. So, you know, do something you wouldn't normally do. Especially when it comes to listening. Maybe trust those thoughts. Trust it. Hear a thought. Because sometimes we hear it as thoughts, but they're really guidance. It's really guidance from our ancestors and spirit guides. Yeah, because sometimes we get... There's a lot that teaches us in this society about, you know, rational thoughts, science. You know, if it's not measurable, it's not real, it's not provable. But that's poppycock. Because some things in this world are ineffable. Some things in this world can't be measured, can't be recorded, can't be seen by anybody else. But you know it's real. So, you know, there's a light and a dark to everything. There's a yin and a yang. Yin and a yang. You know, there's science and then there's spirituality. So, you know, you can't just shut off one side of life. You got to take it all in. And I think with this meditation, maybe you have to step outside your comfort zone and listen more. Listen to your guidance. Listen to your inner voice, your intuition. What is it telling you? What do those quiet voices inside of you say? You know, what are they telling you? What is this quiet thought that keeps coming back to you? What is it telling you? Don't ignore it. Listen to it. See what it has to say. You know, as long as it's not telling you anything like, you know, crazy, like, you know, to hurt yourself or others, but like, you know, thoughts that, like, you know, I really want to do this, or I think this would be a good plan of action, or I think this is what I really want, or I feel like I have to do this right now. You know, listen to it. Just try. Just trust. Experiment with trusting and see what happens. You know, you don't have to do anything big, but like trust one of those thoughts and go along with it and see what happens. Because sometimes we're going down a road and we want to go left, but our inner voice tells us to go right. Maybe trust that inner voice and go right. You know, that's just a minor example, but you know, I think this applies to our lives in many ways. And you can practice that by literally going a walk and letting that voice tell you where to go. You might end up somewhere you never expected, but there might be a surprise at the end, you know? Right? So trust it. Trust the voice. And again, I'm not telling you to like listen to irrational thoughts. I'm just telling you, you know, we all have intuitive thoughts and inner guidance, and we have our higher selves to listen to. But if we, we never listen, you know, we're never going to get the advice. We're never going to get the wisdom that's all there for us. And, you know, again, I've always talked about, well, recently I've talked about, you know, it's very important to be specific about who you're addressing. So maybe just ask, you know, my ancestor, spirit guides, and guardian angels, do they want to tell me anything? And see what you hear. Maybe you're going to hear something important, good advice, or just like loving love. You're going to hear like just well wishes for you and love and comforting thoughts, you know, comforting voices even. Trust your heart, trust your intuition. Because I think you have the ability to see, to hear, to know. Yeah. I think I'm going to get one butterfly card, and I think that'll be the end of the reading. Yeah, this is very interesting. I think for November, you're going to have a lot of, you know, miraculous things happen that are going to really convince you to trust yourself, trust your intuition, trust your instincts. Take the next step now. Yeah, step out of your comfort zone. Take the next step. Yeah, whatever that is for you. Maybe you're going to just meditate for longer, or maybe you're going to try out a new spiritual practice. Maybe you're going to try doing, you know, intuitive practices. Maybe you're going to try to train yourself to see auras. I don't know. But like I see you doing something that's going to be part of your intuition. It doesn't even have to be anything that's like technically spiritual. It could be just ways that you use your intuition. Like maybe it could be even related to your career, or just like, and it doesn't have to be like career. It could be like just things you do. Like it could be a volunteer thing you do. Maybe you're going to use your intuition there. Like maybe you help people out that are for some reason homeless is what's coming to my mind. Maybe you help out, like you feed people at a homeless shelter, and you're going to have this intuition about somebody, and you're going to follow that intuition. Maybe you're going to say something to them that's going to be really important that they needed to hear. I don't know. Yeah, that's coming in for me for some reason. But always be safe. I have to clarify that. Always be safe. Don't do anything that makes you feel uncomfortable. But I think, you know, it's important to just take baby steps in trusting the universe. You know, it doesn't have to be this big thing. It can just be small things like going left or right on a walk. You know, let them guide you a little bit. Just see how it goes. See if you can trust, because you know that's how we build trust with our guides and angels. Is to see that, oh hey, I trusted them this time, and look how well things turned out. Maybe I'll try that again in this next instance. You know, it doesn't have to be like you give up all your power to something else that like that. I don't think they would ask that of you. I think it's more you need to just, you know, dip your toe in the water. Yeah. Yeah. Trust in the divine. Because your ancestors, especially, and guardian angels, really want you to do well, really want you to be happy. And they won't interfere in your life without permission. But if you show that you're open to it, and again, always be careful, because there are negative spirits out there that love to interfere. You know, but if you're addressing your ancestors, spirit guides, and guardian angels, and asking for advice, or asking them to help you, to guide you, maybe just saying a prayer to them to help you out, to show you what you need to do, to or to even just guide your words, guide your steps for something important that you have to do. See what happens. See if you things turn out well. You might be surprised how well things go. All right, I think that's the end of the reading. So thank you for staying. I hope it was helpful. Leave a like and subscribe if you like these readings, you want to see more. And I love your reading comments to see how things resonated. So feel free to do that if you feel inclined. And I'll look forward to talking to you again. All right, take care, everyone.